The girls right from the beginning are learning how to ask questions. They're encouraged to learn. It is not about memorization. It's about looking at a problem and from a variety of different perspectives. And they're encouraged to learn and to ask questions and to wonder and to challenge. They are taught to learn. They're not taught to memorize.
I'm Agnes Stowicki, Managing Editor with Our Kids. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading private and independent schools to bring you insights into school programs, culture, traditions, and leadership. This includes insights from parents, alumni, and administration. This is the Our Kids Insider Perspective.
So my daughter was entering junior kindergarten. So we were looking for an environment that would challenge her, but yet be supportive as she was sort of entering the school system. We were really impressed by the inquiry-based approach that Branksome Hall had. It was a major draw for us. When we sort of went through the interview process and the open houses, we saw that the girls were encouraged to ask questions, to challenge, to wonder, like we saw it in action. We were also impressed and interested in the benefits of all girls learning environment. Sort of during the tour process, we saw girls with confidence, with leadership skills, and girls who were really comfortable using their voices. And we just saw that in action at Branksome Hall. The campus is beautiful. It's a very idyllic space, and they're surrounded by old, beautiful buildings, but also state-of-the-art facilities, including the athletic and wellness campus, which has a beautiful pool, the building of the new ICAST building, which is going to sort of bring technology really to the forefront of their learning. So that was also sort of a major draw for us. But what really sold us was seeing the Branksome Hall approach in action during the admission open house. The way that Branksome Hall does their open houses is they have grade 6 students, when you're entering the junior school, lead the tour. And what we saw were grade 6 girls who were confident, articulate, were leaders. And while they were walking around, all of the teachers knew the girls. It showed the school as a real community. When we were walking around and looking in the classrooms, we saw girls who looked happy, they were thriving, they were learning, and it looked really authentic and real. It didn't look put on for the purposes of the open house. It looked like this is, in fact, really what learning at Branksome Hall looks like. My daughter has just thrived being at Branksome Hall. Right from the beginning, the teachers, the administration, they develop a partnership with you. And they really want to make sure that they are supporting your daughter in the way that works for them. Also, sort of recognizing that that approach for my daughter might be different for a different requirement for another girl in the class. So I've been really impressed by how easy the transition was because, again, they really wanted to get to know my daughter and how she best learns and thrives. I've been impressed by the quality of the education. While academically rigorous, there are other opportunities for her to learn a variety of different interdisciplinary subjects. Arts is a major focus, which I've been really, really impressed by. Her ability to have an opportunity to learn French, to have swimming lessons, like it's just a varied experience for her. And I've noticed that she is learning a lot in this setting. But probably what's most interesting and and most impressive from my perspective is the focus that the school has on the social emotional component of learning. So even starting in kindergarten, throughout the year, like the teachers are working with the girls to have them understand the impact of their emotions on others, how to help them regulate their emotions. They support them in resolving conflicts themselves between the girls, even in junior kindergarten. And they really talk to them about the importance of making good choices. And so that has been something that I did not quite expect, but I'm seeing it even in the junior kindergarten level. And you can also just sort of see it work its way through right up to the grade 12 girls. My daughter is really thriving in the inquiry-based education approach. She's asking lots of questions. She's wondering why. She's challenging us respectfully, but she's also sort of coming up with hypotheses as to why something might be the case. And so you can really see that they're really teaching the girls how to learn, how to question, how to observe the world around them. And she's just like really thriving. I think also what's been really impressive is the variety and diversity of the families that come to Branksome Hall. And so my daughter has already been making really meaningful relationships with her the other girls in her class, and is really enjoys going to school. It's been a wonderful experience so far. I think what she appreciates the most is that she's allowed to be her, that she is encouraged to learn at a pace that works for her, that her interests are ones that the teacher take note of, and they find opportunity to give her the opportunity to pursue those interests, that it's not just about education. There's opportunity through co-curriculars to join different clubs, including at the junior kindergarten area. And most probably important for her is that she feels that she's part of a larger community. The girls are given opportunities to develop relationships with the older girls throughout their time at Branksome Hall. And so, whether that's through a learning buddy or through the grade 6 buddies, she's been able to be exposed and develop relationships not only with her peers, but with the older girls. And it's really enhanced and it's allowed her to see what she will be growing into during her time at Branksome Hall. So it's really, I think, just the sense of community, the learning. She's gaining more confidence the more she's learning something, and the exposure to things that she, would have thought, I don't want to do this. The fact that she is being exposed is sort of broadening her world in a really, really remarkable way. I appreciate that how they market themselves is exactly how they run their school. They are really, truly trying to build girls who are leaders, who are confident, and who see themselves as having a responsibility in the broader world. So my daughter has opportunities to give back throughout the year and understands that as someone with some privilege, she has a responsibility to help all. I've been really impressed by the like-minded parents who want to have girls who contribute, who are strong, who know their potential, who are challenged, who are encouraged to make mistakes and take risks. I've been really impressed that there are teachers who are genuinely interested in the child's development, not only from an academic perspective, but in all aspects that they are exposed to, whether that is physical education, whether that's in art, in music. The girls are sort of pushed to learn as much as they can and to grow and to have exposure to a variety of different things. And also the girls have a lot of fun. And I think, making an environment where learning is fun is one where they're going to thrive more. They're challenged, but there's lots of smiles when you walk on campus. There's lots of camaraderie. And again, it's just such a close knit environment. The principal knows the girls' names. the head of junior school knows the kids' names. It is a very close-knit community where everyone is really quite interested in everyone else's success. I think what surprised me the most about the school was the interdisciplinary and the sort of balance between the academic and the other. They're really trying to create whole human beings. And so that's not just focusing only on the academics, but it's also ensuring girls understand that passions, things that they're passionate about are important, whether that's art, whether that's music, whether there's athletics. They have a lot of opportunities in this environment to pursue their passions as rigorously as they enjoy or they pursue their academic pursuit. I think that really surprised me. During the admissions process, it was really important to me that there was diversity, not just racial diversity, but diversity in thought, in religion. I wanted an environment where my daughter could know that she was like that, looked like the rest of the world. And I think Branksome Hall, it has done a remarkable job trying to ensure there's diversity. Parents are regularly encouraged to come in and support the learnings for the girls. They've hired a new head of diversity, equity, inclusion to continue the work, the journey they're on to ensure the school is diverse and inclusive and equitable. And so I think that has surprised me the most. They are far along on their DEI journey. And my daughter, who is one of mixed racial background, feels very comfortable. She sees herself in her peers, in the faculty, and she knows that she truly has a place at Branksome Hall. So I was pleasantly surprised at how mixed the families were from a socioeconomic background. What the commonality is in the families are individuals who want to provide their daughter with the best possible environment to learn, to grow, and to succeed. And so you will see families of a variety of different socioeconomic backgrounds, but are like-minded in sort of the values that are important for them and the environment they want their kids to learn. It's a place where I have personally found it to be very welcoming, to be very supportive, and to also take an interest in my family and our experience. We've made really already in the short time we've been at Branksome Hall, we've made really strong, like I think lifelong connections with the other families because our values are aligned. We want our daughters to do well and to contribute to society. And so it's probably, that was a big surprise for me at how varied and diverse the families were and how welcoming they were. Sure. So I am very active with some not for profit charities, including one that fights against food insecurity in the city of Toronto. And my daughter is very aware of my work as it relates to food insecurity. And so it was her idea that at her school, they do a food drive. So they collected thousands of pounds of food. My daughter's class, JK class, was paired with a grade 6 class, and they mobilized the entire school to collect thousands of pounds of food that went to the food bank that I used to run, as well as the larger food bank. So she got to work on posters. She got to stand up at an assembly and encourage her friends to donate food. And she was able to stand up in an assembly and thank the whole junior school for donating to this great cause. So I think that would be something that she would be very proud that she got to participate in. So I've been very impressed with how communicative the teachers have been and how receptive they have been to our reach outs. Our daughters are only one, and one of the things that was really important to me is that there would be an open line of communication, but both ways. So they would let me know if there's anything I needed to be aware of, and I could let them know if I had any concerns. And throughout the year, um, teachers, administrations have been just so willing to listen, to hear from us, and we sort of work through problems together and come up with solutions together. Nothing's imposed. It really is a team. They understand we know our daughters best, and they're bringing their educational expertise to those conversations. So it really truly is a partnership, and they are really receptive to feedback. So there have been instances where, wasn't necessarily the best, the best situation took place, but they were really, really receptive to hearing my feedback and doing better and learning from it. And I think that is the key for me. None of us are going to get it right the first time, but are you willing to learn and do better? And in all of my experience at Branksome Hall, they are definitely committed to doing that. Only 3 reasons is going to be challenging, but I would say number 1, the all girls environment creates leaders. You just have to look at the grade 12s to see that they are developing leaders, confident young women who are ready to take on the world. And when you see them, you know that they will make a difference. 2, Branksome Hall is steeped in tradition, and it really enriches the environment for the girls, whether it's the clan system, whether it's the link to Scotland. Like, they are exposed to, in this sort of modern world, they are constantly reminded of like the deep roots that this school is from. And I think it makes the environment and the learning so special for the girls, because they know they're part of a long legacy of women who have been educated at this environment. And I think the third reason is the IB curriculum, the inquiry-based curriculum. The girls right from the beginning are learning how to ask questions. They're encouraged to learn. It is not about memorization. It's about looking at a problem and from a variety of different perspectives. And they're encouraged to learn and to ask questions and to wonder and to challenge. They are taught to learn. They're not taught to memorize. They can take that with them and look at the world and come up with solutions, because they know that every sort of situation can be explored, looked at, and they know that there is an opportunity for them to approach a situation from their perspective. And so those are the 3. I could go on, but those are the 3 reasons why I would recommend Branksome Hall. I think the number one thing when you're searching for a school is it has to feel right for you. The environment has to feel right. When we visited other schools, they were all so high caliber, really impressive sort of pathways to university or to whatever the pathway would be. But for us, Branksome Hall just felt right. We wanted an environment where our daughter was going to be given every opportunity to thrive, to learn, and that we just honestly could only feel when we were at the campus and we were walking around and we could see the girls. All the literature all tells an amazing story, but the feel you get, you will know whether this is the right environment for your child. And for us, visiting the campus, asking the questions that were important to us throughout the process, were the way that we knew that Branksome Hall was the right environment for our daughter.
For more information about this school, you can visit their profile at ourkids.net.